I'm Sina. I'm one of the growers here at Knepp Market Garden.
My name's Rosanna, and we manage the market garden together. And we're here to supply the Wilding Kitchen shop with lots of produce throughout the season.
So Knepp is this, it used to be an arable dairy farm, and now it's a pioneering rewilding project, 20 odd years old. Really successful in creating biodiversity, lots of species have come back. Recently, they've opened this shop and cafe, the Wilding Kitchen and Shop, and we're here to supply them, basically, and that's why there's a market garden here.
Yeah.
We're very much linked with this new venture. We trained on an organic agricultural college in Denmark, and ran a market garden supplying Copenhagen restaurants before coming here.
Yeah, and I grew up nearby the Knepp estate, so very much heard of their story, aware of what they're up to, and you actually saw the sort of call out looking for people to come and set up a market garden, and we thought, got to try. So yeah, applied and really approached it as if it was our own business to start with, but sort of evolved into working as part of the team here at Knepp and really trying to deliver what they want in terms of everything the kitchen could want and diverse offering throughout the season. But yeah, we were growing on a slightly smaller site than this when we were in Denmark, but it was just the two of us. So had experience of managing sales and working with kitchens. And before we got into that, we've been inspired by so many people that we'd grown with before. So we worked at an amazing market garden in Scotland, Tom Nahal, that was quite a big operation. And I think seeing the beauty of all those different vegetables throughout the season was really exciting and really exciting in terms of the work day that we've also worked in much bigger places where you're weeding carrots for weeks. So to be doing different things throughout the day is also really fun. It makes it an amazing job.
If you're thinking about starting a market garden, my top tip would be don't start too big.
That's a great tip, yeah.
What were you going to say?
The first thing I thought of is when we started out, I think we wanted to have everything, all the vegetables ready and say, this is what we've got ready, before being confident to get the sales in. But actually starting the other way around is so beneficial. So if you're starting a market garden, finding restaurants, what's the nearest village, can you leaflet them and find people who are interested in buying your vegetables. I think doing that work before setting up is so worthwhile, so that when you have your vegetables ready, you've got lots of people excited and wanting to buy them, because that can be really challenging, having a lot of produce ready and amazing and you're excited about it, but it's not flowing out. So I think that's a big one.
Yeah, so you want to sell the vegetables before you grow them.
Yeah.
And if you can find someone who says they'll buy 10 kilos of salad, that's great, even though it's really scary because you're not sure, might not be sure that you can deliver that. Can you be consistent and all of that? But
yeah,
find the sales first. Yeah.
And then I think I suppose about some of the things that you might not be able to change about the site. I think doing some research about I don't know, is there any funny planning things on the site, so you might not be able to put up tunnels, or accessing water is a big one. And I think all of those key sort of things that you're going to need sort of is power, water and building possible, because that definitely makes it a lot easier. And then I'd also be thinking about, is it northern facing, or those geological features that you can't change are definitely worth thinking about, because beyond that then you can be really creative. If you're planning to sell to people at home, then it's really nice to have a diverse offering, so you can so that it's not the same 10 vegetables throughout the season. So I think a diverse offering within reason, maybe more than 30 is a bit overwhelming, but the diversity also gives you the strength to, if something fails, then you have other crops to fall back on. And that, I think that's part of the reason that some of these smaller scale operations can work, is because they're diverse. So I would lean towards that.
Yeah. But it's something we're still adjusting and finding out. How should we try to be good at growing 40 things, or should we actually try to be really good at growing 15 things? I think that's still up in the air a little bit.
I think the other way to think about it is that there's so many things that you can grow that you can treat the same way that almost feel like it can be the same thing, that you can group, roots and a lot quicker brassicas and summer crops, and so maybe sort of having more things that you treat the same
Yeah.
would be a way to simplify it.
Don't start too big, and don't work too many hours, and don't burn out in the way that I did.
That was a lot of don'ts.
Yeah. No, but okay. Start small.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Work reasonable hours.
And grow some things that you love growing.
Yeah, and look after your health.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was like without the don'ts.
Yeah, thanks. I think you can create a market garden where the fertility is coming from cover cropping. I think the challenge then becomes, instead of accessing maybe manure or external inputs, do you have the space to build the fertility? And I always sort of think about it as half of the space again is what you might need to build the fertility. I think you need 2 years of good cover cropping to really build the fertility. So I think it becomes a challenge in terms of accessing space and timings, and also the sort of bit of time where you need to figure out what plants work well on your site.
I think we're lucky in the sense that we grow the cover crops for soil health more than fertility, because we have access, because we're on a big estate, part of a big estate. I think Ian Tolhurst is a really interesting one. If you're interested in growing sort of only your own plant-based fertility, he does a really good job of that.
I think the other one is also working with people you're selling to get their waste back that you can compost, which definitely brings its own whole set of challenges in terms of logistics and picking up and all of those details. But I think that's relatively untapped still, with people picking up waste from restaurants, and I think it might be quite challenging. But yeah, I think fertility is a real challenge.